We can't afford our rent. We can't afford our prescriptions. We can't afford insulin. We can't afford healthcare. We can't afford our education.
It's just so frustrating that we did everything they told us to do. We went to school, we got educated, we worked hard, we did everything they told us to do, and then when we're actually out in the world, they want to charge us $1,800 for a one-bedroom apartment that really ain't shit. And then when they talk about, oh, the future is going to be great for you, you just got to work hard and stay down. How? A lot of people don't have savings. They're spending it all on basic shit, like housing and groceries. And what scares me the most is that more and more people are becoming aware of how fucked it is. And all we do, we record a video, we post it on TikTok, we post it on Instagram, we post it on social media, and then we say, well, I've done my part, and we close out the app, and then we go about our day. That doesn't fix anything.
I'm tired. I'm so tired of the United States. It's so ghetto, and every day gets a little bit harder to function.
I am so sad. I cannot believe the big, ugly, dead-ass bill was approved in America. Like, I am shocked.
Did y'all hear how Trump's big bullshit bill passed? 4 House Republicans changed their votes to yes after Trump gave them signed MAGA hats and selfies.
This bill is an absolute betrayal of the American people.
Because how many MAGA assholes are on Medicaid? I'd be really interested to know the actual statistics, but I'm sure plenty of them are.
This is how it went.
Why are you voting for Trump for? Because I'm fucking tired of being broke.
And this is how it's going.
I've been fucking pumped for this no tax on overtime. I've been fucking ecstatic, dude. I know America's been waiting on this shit. Everybody's been bragging. Man, I can't wait. I'm gonna have so much extra money. It's gonna, bring in so much more money per month. Wrong.
We don't want to hear shit when you lose your Medicaid. We don't want to hear shit when you lose your SNAP. We don't want to hear shit from those states when FEMA doesn't show up for your tornadoes, hurricanes, and floods this year. We don't want to hear shit when you figure out that those tax breaks are not for you, but they're for the rich. We don't want to hear shit when you figure out that no tax on tips and overtime ain't even real. We don't want to hear shit when you figure out that he is increasing the debt ceiling by trillions of dollars, which is going to cost us a lot. Because we try to tell you. So you're excited about this bill passing? Just remember, when all that shit happens to you, to not open your fucking mouth.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel once again. My name is Dash Lifestyle. Kindly for watching for the first time, remember to subscribe, like, share, and also comment. Now, recently we saw the Senate, they came out and vote to pass the big beautiful bill, but majority of Americans, they are not happy. I want us to watch the reactions from Americans coming out, and they are really pissed off with how the Republicans and the Senate, they came out to pass the big beautiful bill. So watch this till the end, then I'll be back with more comment. All credit goes to the original creators of the video.
I want to know what our country thinks is worth celebrating on July 4th this year, because from everything I see, there's not a whole lot to be happy about and to be excited over and to say America's the greatest country in the world. Greatest at what? At absolutely screwing over their citizens? Because number one, baby. There's no reason that I can think of to celebrate a country that preaches life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness and denies us all three of those things. But you could argue that they do. But here's the reality: the only life that America offers you at this point is the right to just live. You can just be and exist and be a body in the cog of the machine. Unless you're trans, unless you're gay, unless you're not a white man, and unless you're not filthy stinking rich. Liberty, all of those same things apply. You get liberty if you're white, if you're rich, if you're, a man. Pursuit of happiness, that one, don't even get me started, because it's right there in the name. The pursuit of happiness. They never promised that you'd actually catch the happiness. Unless you're white, unless you're rich, unless you're a man.
Well, they passed it. They passed the budget bill. There's been a lot of arguments over what this bill has been called. The president wanted to call it the One Big Beautiful Bill because of how many things it does in a single document. Other people have called it the Big Ugly Bill. But I think it should be referred to as the bill, because that's exactly what it's going to do to so many Americans. It's going to make them die slow in front of our very eyes. Millions of people are going to be cut off of Medicaid, which is a different name in every single state. Some of you don't even know that your family members are on Medicaid. In Pennsylvania, it's called medical assistance. In other places, it has other different names, so that way they could pretend that the federal government wasn't helping their citizens. SNAP benefits are going to be gutted for millions of people, which means more people are going to be hungry and desperate. Other things that kept people from having to make tough decisions, very tough decisions, are now going to be ripped from their hands. And why? For austerity. That's what they're going to call it. They're going to call it austerity for poor people, for working people. But for the most ostentatious people, there is no austerity. For people with billionaire foam party yachts, for people who get to wakeboard on their private Hawaiian islands, for everyone on the Epstein list, all of them, they get to live lavish lifestyles because their tax cuts have been locked in. There are so many things in this giant bill that have made sure that so many of us will die slow. But it doesn't matter because Republicans got theirs. Donald Trump is going to sign this bill on the 249th anniversary of Americans' Declaration of Independence from a tyrant. And he'll be handed the bill by J.D. Vance, a man who claimed that he was an Ohio hillbilly who has done nothing but destroy the very place that brought him to the dance.
This is how it went.
Why are you voting for Trump for? Because I'm fucking tired of being broke.
And this is how it's going.
I've been fucking pumped for this no tax on overtime. I've been fucking ecstatic, dude. I know America's been waiting on this shit. Everybody's been bragging. Man, I can't wait. I'm going to have so much extra money. It's going to, bring in so much more money per month. Wrong. I did the fine print looking. It is not fucking going to help us month to month. It's not going to help you check none. They're still going to tax the fuck out of your goddamn check.
Buddy, you voted for the man who lied over 33,000 times while in his first term, has conned people his whole entire life, and you yourself expected not to get lied to and conned? Well, I guess this is what it looks like when a Trump supporter decides to wake up, take the boot out of his mouth, and realize, yo, we were right. Donald Trump's only interest is giving tax breaks to his billionaire best friends while screwing over the middle class. We told you that. You said, ain't no way that a billionaire and his best friend, the richest man in the world, won't have the middle class's best interest in mind. And we said you were crazy, and you said we were fear-mongering, and here we are, and you're regretting this, which is very interesting. And a cherry on top for you really quick, coal miners. Donald Trump took away your guys' black lung screening. It's a disease that you guys are very susceptible to. In West Virginia, he took away the black lung screening. That was free and accessible to you guys for a long time. It's been a benefit for a long time. He took that away. So that is just a cherry on top of me trying to let you know that Donald Trump does not give a damn about the working class, and he never has. My name is Mercedes Chandler. Give me a follow, or you won't see my face again. Thank you. Goodbye.
I am so sad. I cannot believe the big, ugly, dead-ass bill was approved in America. Like, I am shocked. I'm shocked that that was approved by people that were voted in to represent Americans. I cannot believe that they just voted to approve ICE to go from being funded $10 billion to $100 billion. You're just like, how could people vote for that? How could people vote for that? How could people sleep at night? How could they vote for that? I think that I am grieving America. I am grieving the America that I used to know, that used to be heroes, that used to be like the good guy. I mean, they were arrogant, but they weren't evil. And those people that voted to increase funding for ICE from $10 billion to $100 billion, to take healthcare insurance away from 10 million Americans, to take food away from children. They're the bad guys.
Maybe when your neighbors are dying in the streets, maybe that will wake people up. Maybe when people are getting foreclosed on in their homes, maybe that will wake people up and there are no resources to turn to. Maybe when you have to take in all of your elderly relatives because their nursing homes are being shut down, maybe that's when people wake up. Maybe when children in your community are starving and malnourished. There's already 1 in 10 children in the United States facing food insecurity. Maybe that will wake people up. Maybe when you have to drive 3 hours away to go to a hospital because they're closing rural hospitals left and right with this bill, maybe that will wake people up. I don't know what it's going to take to wake people up to the conditions of so many people living in this country. Maybe we'll wake up.
That bill is passed. Over $900 billion in Medicaid cuts. SNAP is being cut. Student loans, Pell Grants, harder to get. ICE is about to be the biggest law enforcement group in the country. ICE. There's $100 trillion going to the defense, and the 1% is about to live their best life like they've been doing this whole time. Hospitals are about to start shutting down, which some of them have already prepared to start shutting down. It's going to be harder for a lot of people now. A lot of people are about to die, and that's not even a joke. And it makes me sad because a lot of y'all MAGA people, y'all voted for this man because he was a white man and he had how many felonies and how many failed businesses, but it didn't matter. Because I would rather vote for the white man who has no experience and is not here for the whole American body than vote for a black woman who's had the experience her whole life and actually wanted us to do better. Wanted better for America. And for all the Republicans, y'all spineless POSs, y'all, I hope y'all get unseated. I really do. But for everybody else, we tried. We did the best we could. We did the best we could. Primaries is what's next. I'm taking a break. I need a break from this app. I need a break from everything. Because I feel like November all over again when Republicans were saying that, oh, Project 2025 isn't real. It's not real. It doesn't exist. And then turn around and after he won, it's real. And now they're saying, oh, we are touching Medicaid. Now they admit it after they passed the bill. So y'all dummies, y'all fell for it again. Congratulations, y'all screwed all of America.
They fucking did it. The House passed the big ugly bill. A legislative middle finger to the working class, the poor, the sick, and the elderly. And while the rich are popping champagne, the rest of you are about to drown in the consequences you voted for, ignored, or helped manifest through performative bullshit. Republican senators and representatives just screwed over their own constituents. And red states? Many of the poorest in the country are getting crushed first. So let me speak clearly to every single group that brought us to this point. To every Trump voter. Fuck off. You voted for this. You weren't conned. You weren't tricked. You knew exactly what he stood for. Cruelty, greed, corruption. And you wanted more. Well, here it is. Your rural hospitals are shutting down. Your grandma's nursing home is going under. Your insulin's about to cost more than your rent. You dragged us all the way down with you. And I hope you feel every goddamn consequence. No sympathy, just suffering. You earned it. To everyone who didn't vote, fuck off. You sat on your hands while the house was on fire. You thought silence made you neutral? It didn't. It made you complicit. You had power and refused to use it. So next time your community loses access to healthcare, your rent skyrockets, or your elderly parents can't find a bed in a nursing home, shut the fuck up. You let this happen. To the uncommitted crowd, kiss my entire ass.
You threw a tantrum in a burning house. You withheld support in a two-party system like it was a badge of honor, while fascists waltz in through the front door. You didn't force anyone's hand. You didn't move the needle. You just cleared the path for disaster. When Medicaid vanishes, when your rights shrink, when lives fall apart, know that you helped light the fuse. To every anti-Kamala leftist, fuck all the way off. You're not revolutionaries. You're not fighting the system. You're just bitter, sanctimonious edgelords who hate seeing a black woman in power more than you hate fascism. You'll write 17-paragraph posts on grammar and tone, while Republicans strip bodily autonomy, crush healthcare, and drown us in debt. You're not allies. You're fucking dead weight. Get out of the lane. We're done coddling your smug inaction. This bill isn't conservative policy. It's legislative warfare. The top 1%, $75,000 in annual tax breaks. And the top 0.1%, 6 figures, easy. Regular people, a few $100, maybe. Low-income families, punished with red tape and bureaucratic landmines. And Medicaid, it's not just being slashed. It's being gutted. $1.3 trillion erased. Hospitals, bankrupt. ERs, shuttered. Nursing homes, collapsing. All so Republicans can tongue-kiss billionaires and call it policy. This bill punishes the very people who voted for it. Poorer red states, rural towns, elderly voters who backed Trump thinking he gave a damn. And guess what? You weren't tricked. You were thrilled. So yes, I hope you suffer deeply. I hope you choke on every cut you cheered for. I hope you watch your towns dry up, your parents turned away from care, your neighbors die waiting for Medicaid approvals, because this is what you wanted. And now you get to live it. This isn't just failure. This is sabotage. Designed, deliberate, and devastating. And to everyone who helped make it possible, whether you voted for Trump, didn't vote at all, played uncommitted politics, or sabotaged the left from inside, you can all go fuck yourself.
Well, they passed the bill, just like we knew they would, and I just have to take a moment to say I have spent my entire life listening to every single Republican I know in my extended family, in my community, and in my many red state workplaces complain that the national debt would be our undoing. And through gritted teeth, they seemed to lament that we would have to come after entitlement programs if we wanted to save ourselves. Because yes, it is true that Medicaid, Medicare, and Social Security make up over half of our federal spending. And even though these programs pay for themselves through a healthy and secure society, the kinds of people who can artificially reduce health and happiness to line items on a budget cannot resist the urge to circle those alleged costs as targets for cuts. Like the clueless and ignorant CEO who thinks he can cut pay and benefits without reducing employee happiness or productivity. These people actually believe that federal revenue won't be harmed by ripping healthcare and food support away from 10 to 15 million workers and consumers. And now here we are after 50 fucking years of listening to them cry about how expensive it is to take care of our citizens. They get their wish and they cut $1 trillion fucking dollars from Medicaid. Also, they can put those entitlement cuts toward the national debt, right? Right? Fuck no. They took $1 trillion worth of food and healthcare from poor people and they borrowed another $2.3 trillion on top of that. And they gave it all to the ultra wealthy through tax cuts. Same wealthy people who over that exact same 50 years of crying saw their income increase by as much as 420%, while the rest of us broke even at best or backslid into poverty at worst. Fact is, across every single facet of life, religion, politics, economics, culture, and crime, the Republican Party you know today is nothing more than the party of debt, poverty, cruelty, and above all else, hypocrisy.
They passed the bill. The pro-life party passed the bill to uninsure millions of Americans. Children, 1 in 3, 1 in 2 children, the elderly, disabled, the chronically ill, the rural population. This is going to decrease access to healthcare. It's going to take away preventative care, screenings for children. People are not going to go to the doctor because they can't afford it. This is going to overload the hospital systems. ERs are going to be jam-packed. Rural healthcare facilities are going to shut down, all while putting more money into billionaires' hands. Make it make sense. I hate this timeline.
This bill is an absolute betrayal of the American people. The House just passed their big billionaire bill, and now it's heading to the president's desk. It's an absolutely devastating time to be an American, and it comes one day before Independence Day. Millions of people will lose health coverage. Hospitals will shut their doors forever. SNAP, Medicaid, and disaster relief will be slashed to pieces. Cancer research, public schools, clean energy, they will all be starved of funding. Meanwhile, billionaires and Trump's mega donors rake in your hard-earned money. We cannot, and we will not, let them get away with this. This is the moment of truth. We either rise up together, or we continue to let MAGA Republicans tear our country apart.
I'm tired. I'm so tired of the United States. It's so ghetto, and every day gets a little bit harder to function. I'm talking about, I don't understand how I am struggling in these United States and I make decent money. Like I don't do anything. I don't have debt. I put myself through school. Again, I put myself through school, and I owe the IRS every year. I own my own home. My car is paid off. I don't go out. I don't have friends. I'm a loner. There's a few people I talk to. I don't understand. Like, I have no debts. There's no debt I have, you guys. I don't owe anybody. Like, I'm just trying to understand, how am I struggling? I make decent money. I put money to the side for retirement, and then everything else is for bills. Like, how am I struggling? Like, I live below my means. Like, I stopped buying clothes. I stopped buying shoes and all of these fancy things. I don't go out. I don't purchase unnecessary items. Like, I am no longer a consumer, because when I was a consumer, it did me no good. Like, I have all of these things and nothing to show for it, right? So I stopped buying things, right? And I'm trying to understand, how am I struggling? When I was buying things, I felt like I was doing good. And now that I'm not buying things, I feel like I'm struggling. Like, how does this work in these United States? Like, I don't understand. Like, I live below my means. The only expense I would say I would have is, I do my own hair, and I go get my nails and my feet done every 2 weeks, right? That's it. I'm trying to understand how my grocery bill goes from $400 a month to $1,000 a month. I'm just trying to understand. I'm trying to understand how my electric bill goes from $155 to $800 in 1 month. No past due balance. I'm just trying to understand. I'm trying to understand how my internet goes from $75 to $140. And that is the lowest plan. I don't understand. I'm not processing these United States. And I make decent money, okay? I make decent money. And I saw a video today where a girl said that she makes $100,000 a year. And after taxes, she brings home about $70,000. And she's struggling. And I'm like, baby, if you're struggling, then I'm poor.
So guys, I hope you have watched that video and you have seen how majority of Americans, they are really angry with the Republicans and the Senate coming out and vote to pass the big beautiful bill. So majority of Americans, they are seeing now America like the dream in America, it is no more. So many people, they are really suffering in America to a point whereby even the government right now, it is not caring the American people, because the Republicans and the Senate coming out and vote to pass this big beautiful bill, it is going to affect majority of the American people, especially for those people who they are really getting low income. For those people that are getting low income, this big beautiful bill, it is going to affect them, because it was helping them in their medical it was helping them in the medical care, whereby these low income people, they were depending so much the help from this big beautiful bill. But right now, the Republicans, they have crashed, they have smashed this big beautiful bill. So it means that those people who are really low income people, it's going to affect them, and they are really going to get deeper in their pocket just to pay their medical care. And also there are some of the children's also which this big beautiful bill, the big beautiful bill, it was helping them by giving them their snack in some of the school. This big beautiful bill, it was also helping some schools. They were funding some of the schools by giving them food, snacks. But right now you can see majority of children also, they are going to be affected with this big beautiful bill by Republicans and the Senate to come out and pass. So this to tell you that right now the American, it is not for the poor people. I've been telling you that the people who are in government, they are really billionaires. They are rich people. You can see Donald Trump, you can see Elon Musk, you can see Bill Gates, all these people who they are right now in government. Majority of them, they are billionaires, and they are coming out with with laws, which they are passing these laws which favors the only billionaire people. And because of them, we are seeing majority of Americans, they are crying, because America, it has become a country for the billionaire. If you are a billionaire in America and a millionaire in America, it is favoring you, and also America will continue to make you more billionaire, because the rules right now, they are favoring the billionaires and the millionaires people. But if you are a poor in America right now, America, it is not safe for you, because America, it will make you still continue to be poor. It is not favoring those low income people, those people who are really poor. So right now, America, it is changed, and that's why majority of Americans, they are coming out and say that American dream right now, it is no more. Majority of Americans, they are also crying. Majority of them, they are losing their jobs. Majority of them, they cannot even afford basic necessities. There are some of the videos that I came out and show you how majority of Americans, they are crying because of life. It has become very hard. Compare with the other administration and Donald Trump administration. Donald Trump administration, it has really made life to become very hard. And yet, Donald Trump, he promised that he's going to make the life of American very easy. He's going to put American interest first. But right now, Donald Trump, he has really made the life of Americans people very difficult, to a point whereby they are really crying. They are really they cannot even, some of the Americans, they cannot even afford basic necessities. And majority of Americans, they are coming out and telling us that American dream, it is no more. For those people who they are really wanting to go to America, for those people who they are really struggling to get the visas and to get the visa so that they can go to America, because they are going to look for greener pasture, or they are going America because of the dream country they usually know. Right now, America, it is not a dream country, and America, it is very hard right now. So this is just a message to, I'm passing this message to my brothers and sisters who they really want to go in America, by showing them how America, it has done, how America it is right now, and how majority of Americans, they are really suffering. America, I've told you that it is for the billionaires people, it is for the rich people. You have seen how Americans people, they are really pissed off, because also the Senate and the Republicans, they cannot just vote they cannot just vote so that this bill cannot pass. But these people, they will make sure that they pass this bill so that this bill can favor them, because we know majority of the senators, they are millionaires people. They will not so much affected with this big beautiful bill. But right now, after their passing, we saw how they celebrated, but it is going to affect the children, those low income people, and also some of the rural hospital. Also, it is going to be affected, because the big beautiful bill, it was also funding some of the rural hospital. But right now, we are going to see some of the rural hospital, it will be shutting down, because they will not fund which it is coming to fund this hospital. And also some of the children, they might stay hungry because of their snack. Some of the people who they are really low income people, they will not even afford to pay their medical care. So this is tell you that America, it is now going down, and American people, they are really suffering. And America, it is falling. I keep on telling you that America, it is falling, and America will not recover easily from the hands of Donald Trump. I hope majority of the black people warn American people not to vote in for this administration, but majority of them, they didn't listen. So right now, Donald Trump policy, it is affecting all people, people, black and white people in America. Donald Trump policy, it is affecting them, and the people who are really crying, it is the white people, simply because they didn't listen to the black people. So kindly guys, you can also put your comment down on the comment section and tell me what do you think about this Donald Trump administration and how things it is going in America. So kindly guys, like this video, because when you like this video, according to the YouTube algorithm, we'll share this video, we'll recommend this video to a lot of people, and they will exactly know what is going on in America. Thank you so much guys. See you on my next one. Bye bye.